First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the New Orleans Saints. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Ready. 18 Gator. It's a party now. Let's go.
Throwing on first down is Locke. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
8 yards to go. Here we go. 15 line. 15 line.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't. But it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. On first down, Locke. Herndon's got it complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 9th play now, this long opening drive. Can they cash it in on 3rd and goal? Lock now on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cooper was the target there. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
A quick throw complete to Chark. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards, a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Come on, set. 30 base. I'm coming. Hey, Charlie. Hey.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Let's go. Hey, hold on.
Running right, here's Sanders. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Check girls. Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. A bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Lock to throw on 2nd down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. Lock now. 7 of 10 here in this first half. And he's got a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On 2nd down now, it's Stevens. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
It's now 3rd down and long.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. On 3rd and long, it's Lock. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Intended that time for Cooper.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Julian Love puts it, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. On 1st down, Stevens. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Everson Griffin. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
Throwing on 2nd down. Lock. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not. And they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain of 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
70, Indy.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And he will score. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Block now, 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Block now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
To throw again on 2nd down. Block. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
Ready. Here we go, Topper. Hey, Team 6. 50, Mike 50. Let's go, defense. Out of time. Let's go.
From midfield, here's Locke. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Again, it's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey, Foxtrot. Ready.
A final shot before half for Locke. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. This is caught. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? And after that touchdown,
We are just a PAT away from a tie game, and I know everyone's going to look at it and go, guess what? Tie game, all even, They just scored. If they kick this extra point and tie it, they're going to feel like they're the ones that are in control.
Hauschka adds the extra point. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play. From the 27, Jackson. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll run with Sanders, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Lock now on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Everson Griffin picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hey, Haywood.
On second down, here's Locke. Looking deep in the direction of... It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminated.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. And Jackson throwing once more. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Going for it with Sanders. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
At the 39-yard line.
You got trips, you got 3. Key 8, bring it, bring it. Ready? Pittsburgh. Man, they're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
From the 22, Jackson, and he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and it's 3rd and 5. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gain.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it. He's got him in, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
The defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now he'll pull it down. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Let's go, baby.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Jackson on 1st down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Jackson now 9 of 17 through the air. Throwing now is Jackson. He'll run it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
We go. 70, Indy. 50 to Mike. Let's go. Recon, one speed grip.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll try the left side. Stevens. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Lock to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 37. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Keelan Cole, the intended target.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Stevens. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, You get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Saints, it's just their second win here in 11 tries this season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.